Good morning, Chavirim. Likoutey Moharan Zayin, Tinyana, Ot Yud. Second paragraph. Rabbeinu says that the tzaddik, he's working with his talmidim to give them ava and yira, to give them yirat shamayim. The yirat shamayim is through the makifim that he gives them, or the teachings that he gives them, rather, which are telling them, if you're far, you're close, and if you're close, you're far. And he's koleb yolamot. He's always working with us, the tzaddik, to sometimes give us a feeling Hashem is right there with you. Don't give up. And many times he's telling us you have ways to go. Don't think you made it. Person has that, then what happens is in the shat of achila he can get what's called herat haratzon. Herat haratzon, says Rabbeinu, is a makif at the highest level. Which is interesting. Whose makif is that? We're going to see. It's a makif which is called mapa'an kel. That after 120, the Jew will be closer than the angel. The angel will ask the Jew, mapa'an kel, what did Hashem do? In the time of eating, you can get that. What is a meaning? That's a he'ara. In Kabbalah, there's what's called in Kitvei Arizal, there's shoresh, there's anaf, and there's he'ara. Shoresh is the roots. Anaf is a branch, it's not the root. He'ara is not even nothing, it's not the mamashut, it's a whiff of it. It's a light, it's a sort of illumination from it, but it's not it. So you don't know what you're getting, but you're getting inside of it, so not. You just want to be tzaddik over Hashem. In order to get this, it's at the time of eating, you need a little bit of memshala. You need not to be what we call the wimp. Rabbeinu calls it shlomazo. Shlomazo. Shloma means a loser. Come on, pull yourself together. Have a little bit of gvura. Have a little bit of memshala. When you're eating, eat b'kedusha. Eat slow. Eat clean. Say the bracha good. Meditate on Hashem. Don't talk. It's not the time for talking. It's a moment of connection. Can't be that Hashem made.
Don't get fooled.
Can't be that Hashem gave us to eat 3 times a day. Seudot. The whole Yom Tov is eating. Shabbat is eating. That's the highest level. You know in Kitvei Ari, it's written that the Seudat of the night is higher than the Tefillah of the night. Lichadudi and Kabbalat Shabbat, your Seudah Shabbat Friday night is higher. And Shachit is higher than the Friday night. And the Shabbos Seudah is higher than the Shabbat Tefillah.
You mean the
Seudah of the day is higher than Shachit. Seudah Shlishit is then the Mincha is higher than the Seudah, and the highest of the week is the Seudah Shlishit, the eating. It's not the Tefillah. The Seudah is higher than anything. That's why sometimes you see when there's a really torerut of Seudah Shlishit, people are on fire, they're screaming, they're dancing. Why? What happened? He'arat haratzon, it's the highest place. Of course, if you schmooze about the politics and about the news and about the business and about everything, and you eat not with kedusha, you don't feel the Seudah Shlishit. You don't feel it. But if you go in sitting for war, it's a shlomazah, be a war, be a soldier, come in, sit down properly, eat well, sing the nigunim, eat a bit. Seudah Shlishit, it's not supposed to fill up. The tzaddikim, they eat a smaller bit, they connect to the food, and they go where they go. So if you're attached to that, you can get this he'arat haratzon when you're eating. Why is it when you're eating, we said? Because when you're eating parnasah is from Sfirat HaMalchut. The inyan of food is coming from Sfirat HaMalchut, like we spoke the last few classes. Yira is also Sfirat HaMalchut. In maneh mora shel Malchut, ish et reu chaim b'reu. If you wouldn't be scared of the government. Rabbeinu says in Torah 77, or Nosson brings it here, in the Pachot, that if you want, that Malchut is Yira. So since you have shaykh to the Malchut, because you become, you know how Rabbeinu does? It's so amazing. When you read in the Arizal and all these Farim, it's just words. It's just codes. This goes into here, the shefa goes into here, it's mechulak to this, here it comes at, it's a dalit, it turns into a hey, it's just it's math. It's holy math. But here Rabbeinu says, Malchut, it's also you. You take the Malchut. So in the Kabbalah, it's written these things. So the Parnasah comes from Surat HaMalchut. Okay, but what does that have to do with me? Yeah, you're shaykh to Malchut. Become a melech. Become a Gibur Chaim. Don't be a schlepper. Have some memshala when you're eating. Then you're going to get the kedusha in the Parnasah, which is he'arat haratzon. Then Rabbeinu said, how does it work? It's very amazing what he says. He says that the Sfirat HaMalchut goes to Bina, which is called Yama Chochma, because Chochma is before the Bina, and it gives into Bina a Yam, a shefa of Chesed. Yama Chochma is not Chochma. Yama Chokhmah is Bina Ila'ah, that all the Chokhmah goes into the Bina. When you have a great idea, a great project, and then you guy has somebody who has Bina, he can make something with the project. But just a vision without following up, you're not.
Yama Chokhmah nourishes the Chokhmah.
No, Yama Chokhmah is Bina. Chokhmah nourishes Bina, and it's called Yama Chokhmah. Why is it called Yam? Because it's infinite.
Yam
And
is
it's
Bina.
also
Yam is Bina.
it's a chesed gadol. There's the chesed of it's a chesed. Dat is a chesed. Chokhmah is a chesed. So the chokhmah that's coming to Bina, it's like it's the best thing is knowledge. There's something which is called yadayim. That the yadayim of the Yama Chokhmah, which is called Chesed and Gvura. So the Sfira of Chesed and Gvura is getting from Bina, and it's bringing down the Parnasah all the way to Sfirat Malchut, which is at the bottom. Now Rabbeinu says yadayim, again, that's Kabbalah, that's in Kabbalah. What does Rabbeinu say? I'm telling you what the yadayim means for you and for Olam Hazeh. It's the remez of the tzaddik. The tzaddik, many times he wants to tell you something, but he can't tell you. And we have to know why he can't tell you. The Papa Od Chomas says something. He says he can't tell you, it's remez. And a remez in general is with a sign, with a hand. You know, it's the best. In the texts, I love it. I don't have to write a whole thing. I write you like this, or I love the new one. There's a handshake, like we made. What's it called? Those emojis there.
Yeah.
It's a remez. So in remez, when I'm speaking, there's a lot of remez. But the remez can also be in dibur. According to Rabbeinu, the remez is in dibur. He says something, but doesn't say. Many times you're going to find in Sichot Aran in Nikodeman, velo siyem. Rabbeinu started something, velo siyem. Kol ha'atralot mipurim, mipesach, ve'achshav. What achshav? Rabbeinu didn't say. Is it from Purim? Because he was setting on Purim. Or is it Machshav from someone to say from Machshav? Yeah. From this. Even the level of, when Rabbeinu speaks about certain things, he can't say it. He speaks about it. It's almost he said he didn't say it. In the Sipurim Masyot, you have things like that also. What is he saying here? You see what he's saying? He didn't say it, but it sounds like he's saying. It's a remez. It's a high dat. That remez is what we're going to see in the Psukim, is bringing down the Parnasah. Bepashtut, Rabbi Natan writes in the Kitzur, being close to a tzaddik that has this inyan of remazir, is mamshich Parnasah to you. Now, on a higher level, what is the Parnasah? The Parnasah is not just Parnasah, even though that for sure is true. It's for sure true. It's true on all the levels. But if you make the kesher between the Torah, the Parnasah is the Eharat HaRatzon in the Parnasah. Meaning it's the Kisufim and the Ritzonot and you don't even know what you want anymore. I just want to be tzaddik. I just want Hashem. I don't want nothing in this world. You ever had those moments in Uman? Yaakov, I remember once you told me. In Uman, I'll never forget it. We're in Sasha's apartment. We're in the kitchen of Sasha's building. You came to me. We were starting to become friends. You said, don't you understand? We have to be tzaddikim. Rabbeinu wants us to be tzaddikim. Nothing else. There's nothing else. I remember like today, you were telling me. I don't know if you remember. But you don't remember but when I was a new guy and you were telling me that, I said, who's this guy telling me that? What is he telling me? You were on fire of Ritzonot. The Ratzon is coming.
Your mic light went off, so I don't know if that affects your phone.
I don't know if it's.
I'm sorry. Interrupt.
Yeah, it's not taping right now. He's gonna have to extract it. Yeah, you're gonna have to extract it. Okay. I don't know if this is going through or not, but anyways, in the food, it's the Herat Ratzon. The remez of the tzaddik is mamshich parnasah pshat. The Herat Ratzon in the parnasah. Because actually the remez of the tzaddik is the same thing. Look what he says, the Papa L'Chokhmah. The tzaddik, what did we say before? There's makifim. And the makif of the tzaddik, he's not allowed to go too high. You have pnimi and you have makif. Yes? You have what you know and what you don't know. What you know is pnimi. What you don't know is makif. In Kabbalah, the makif is always higher than the pnimi. All makif is always higher than all pnimi. The bracha is all makif. When you say bracha v'mitzvah, say it strong, because you're getting all makif. The Rabbeinu Tam, according to Kabbalah, has no bracha. You know why? Because the makif is too big, you can't bring it down. Why no bracha? Because we're not, safek brachot nakem, in pshat. In sod, the makif is so high that you can't bring it down. The bracha is a makif, you're bringing down a light. Don't say the bracha soft. Tzaddikim sometimes in the bracha that they said it was more than the mitzvah itself. And if you want to bring down the makif of the mitzvah, Baruch, you ever saw them, the tzaddikim, and the kavanot of the bracha? What's happening now is that the tzaddik has pnimi and makif. So the tzaddik, when he's telling you his pnimi, he's bringing down a new makif. It becomes pnimi, he tells it to you, brings down a new makif. Pnimi, new makif. The problem is, there's certain makifim you're not allowed to bring down. Why you're not allowed to bring them down? It's going to bend the whole system over here. Whether the tzaddik or you, it's a biur in the pachmot that we spoke about before. But the tzaddik mirov rachamav, says the pachmot, what it means over here is that he wants to tell you what he's masig. I have a pnimi, I can't tell you, but don't you know your chizuk you're going to get from this pnimi? You know what's going to happen if you get this pnimi? You're going to become e'arat haratzon. So he gives you the pnimi and the remez without saying it. He says what's in his mind, what he knows, but he's not allowed to say it, but he says it in a way that you're going to get it and not get it. Did he really say it or he didn't say it?
He's giving you the remez
He's giving
for you to get it, and it becomes pnimi.
No, he's not giving it to you fully.
Yeah.
So he's not mamshich a new makif.
Because it's too high?
Because he's not allowed to mamshich a new makif.
Okay.
But he's telling you he's telling you without telling you. That's called a remez, in the hand, in a look, in a dibur, which is a dibur around it. So he's giving you access to his makif, to his pnimi, which without mebalbel you and mebalbel him.
Okay.
And so in that dibur of that remez is not the hasaga, it's the hara of the hasaga. In the remez that the tzaddik giving you is giving you, we're going to come out from that remez, itorihut and kisufim and retzonot. Why are you so excited? What did you see over here? I read something in this. When I tell you, I can't explain to you what I saw over here.
So it creates a kisufim for you.
What it is, it's a hara of his sechel. And his sechel, where he is, the tzaddik, if you connect the Torah well, it's mind-boggling. If you connect well what we're saying over here in all the Torah, that's why I told you many times, I got to go back and forward and back. It said before that the tzaddik's makif is olam haba.
Yeah.
So he's already there, but he can't tell it to you, but he wants to tell you. So he gives you a remez of it. The remez is a ha'ara of what he's access there.
Yeah.
So his remez actually is his makif of olam haba, which he's not telling you to not explode the kelim over here, but he's giving it to you. Therefore, you don't have the shorish, you don't have the anaf, you have an illumination. But I don't understand, I don't even know, I can't even put it in words. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to rush to mikveh, I'm going to rush to the field, and I'm going to scream all night. You can't even explain to somebody, why are you so on fire? What are you jumping for? What are you so excited? Rabbi Nachman, show me what's written. You show him, I don't see what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean? I don't see anything. I don't know what you mean. You don't understand. The tzaddik gave me a remez, he gave me a wink. That wink, you can't explain it to somebody. Don't try. That's the harat ratzon. The same thing happens in the food. So it happens with the Rebbe, with the tzaddik, with the Rav, with the book. It can happen in the book. If you're connected to Rabbeinu, sometimes you can open the book, you're getting a remez. You can get a sechel over here. It's written, the remezim are in the Likoutey Moharan as well. The only Likoutey Moharan is remezim. Rabbi Natan is remezim. A lot of the whole rest of it is in remez. And that's what besides it's not written anywhere. You're right, because he couldn't write it. But if you're sensitive enough to be kesher with your Rebbe, and you have you're with him, you're not letting go, he's working on you, darimate, you're going to get the remezim, and then you can have harat ratzon. It also happens when you eat. The same thing, when you're connected to the tzaddik, then when you're eating the suda, especially in those moments of lofty levels, you can have in the eating a tremendously big erut torut. That's why eating is not a break. Think of life is so short, 120 years, 70 years, 80 years, 90 years. Today, a person will be happy if he lived 90 years. How much time are you going to eat? How much time are you going to be eating? So it's just waste of time. Just bitul zman. Just bitul zman. Hashem could have given me to eat once a week. Okay, we have to eat once. So there has to be, you have to eat to say a bracha, and there's halachot over here, and you have to you're going to have an isayon, not eat something kosher, not kosher, you're going to eat yashan, not yashan. Okay, you did all the halachot, but why does it have to be every week? Every 3 times a day, you're always hungry? Because you can tap in all the time to an energy and a light. The tzaddikim would learn and pray to eat. Some people, they eat to learn and pray. The tzaddik, he learns and he prays to eat. Imagine you wake up at chatzot, you have the whole night. No coffee, no water, no nothing. Oh, it's so hard. It is a bit hard. But you get used to it. And then comes after the shachit.
The water we can if we feel dry.
Rabbeinu said in Sichot that...
Just dry, we're dry.
He said like this. Al-Pi, the best, it's not better nothing. Rabbeinu said he was makpid on the people drinking coffee. So it's a kbeida. On water, he didn't say makpid, but him himself, he never drank water. Anyways, it just depends on where you are. There's ideal, there's where you are, there's things to aspire to, whatever. But if the whole night, and then the shachid, then the learning, and the idbodidut, and the mikveh, and then after, when you eat something in the morning, you have mochin to eat it. You have mochin to eat. You have brains to eat that whatever you're eating, that piece of bread or whatever it is. So it turns out that the remez of the tzaddik is the highest light, because it's his makif, which is lemana min hazman, lemana min hasechem. It is also a he'arav, his makif, and that same thing is happening in the time of eating. And when you have that, you are unstoppable, because a person that has ritzonot, you can't break him. The ritzonot will be translated into a lot of avodat Hashem. And even if he can't do avodat Hashem, the main thing is the ritzon. So long as he has inside of him the ritzonot, doesn't matter where he is. You know who told me something nice once? Shlomo Chaim. He told me, when you're in ritzonot de kedusha, and you didn't get to where you wanted, but you know how many avirot you're saved from? You want to be a tzaddik and wake up every night chatzot. But you don't. But at least you can wake up in the morning. You're not going to sleep till 12. Your aspiration is to get to wake up at midnight. Well, you can't. So you wake up at 6 and you feel broken. But you wake up at 6 because you want to wake up at 12. If you would want to wake up at 6, you would wake up at 12. I'm going to sleep till 7. The guy who says I'm sleeping till 7, many times he comes at 9:30, 10 o'clock. So the ritzonot is the main thing. The Papa says a little thing more over there, that the remazim are also ke'en the hasaga of the Ben and Talmud. That the remez also is the highest level of your far, or the highest level of your close. When we said that the tzaddik tells you machamita ma pishpashta, that you haven't started yet, the highest level of that is in the remez. When he tells you something, don't think you're close to Hashem, you are very far, there's a lot what to do, there's levels upon levels. But when he gives you a wink about it, and he gives you the remez, it's coming from the highest place, so that's what really gives you make to feel machamita. And the opposite, when you're far, and he tells you you're close, if he tells you to in words, it's one thing, but if he gives you the remez of it, if he gives the remez of any yush, if he gives the remez of that highest makif that he has, of any yush, that's the strongest one. So that's giving you always ritzonot. Rav Nosson says this is the kara malchut kedusha, because what is malchut kedusha? And melech b'lo'am. A king has to have servants. Well, you can only be a servant if you're not giving up or if you're moving. So the kar malchut kedusha is from the ratzon, meaning that if Hashem has people that want Him, He won. If you have people doing the right things but they don't care inside, it's just the community, this is where I live, this is what we do. And you have people that don't do because they gave up. But if you have people that are doing, whether a lot or a little, but they all have the heart for Hashem, that's it. That's why the tzaddik is the tikkun for the world. Because he's going to give everybody the ratzon de kedusha. What's different, the breastlever and somebody who's not connected? It's all inside. That's why you can never measure it. You can never measure what it is. It's ritzonot. There's a famous Likoutey that's on Sfirat HaOmer. It says, Sfartem Nachem. We're going now to receive the Torah, and usually all the mitzvot is Berov Am Hadrat Melech. It's always together. Always we are Kiddush, one person is Yotzi Adar, one guy does Shofar, one guy reads the Megillah, always one guy reads the Torah. The one mitzvah that's not like that is Sfirat HaOmer. B'dafka, don't be Yotze. Sfartem Nachem. Says Rabbi Natan, why Sfartem Nachem? Because when it comes to getting the Torah, you can never compare yourself to somebody else. You can only look at yourself and never be broken by somebody else. Because you can never know somebody else's level. You have no way, any of us, way of judging how chashuv that person is. No idea. Because it really, the level of the person is very much inside his heart. And that, who can know the ritzonot that he has? Nobody can know the ritzonot that he has. The kar level of Avodat Hashem is ratzon. You know that in the sfirot, the trushav ratzon is the highest sfirah, it's keter. Ratzon also is unexplicable. You have ratzon for You like the color green rather than blue. Can you explain why? It's above sechel. Keter is above chokhmah bina dat. It's the highest thing. So the tzaddik is able to give you that nekuda of ratzon. You want everything. That's what we're looking for. That's why it's important to believe in the tzaddik and to believe that there's remazim. There's a lot of remazim. A person that's living with Rabbeinu, he's going to see a lot of remazim. He's getting remazim from the tzaddik in the book, in the Talmidim. Sometimes you get a remez, somebody's speaking to you, you know it's a remez from Shamayim for you. She's scared. Amen.